Okay, so you're using ChatGPT, but are you really getting the most out of it? Are you ready to go from getting just okay results to getting truly amazing ones? Well, in this explainer, we're going to break down 5 essential commands that will completely change how you work with AI. Let's dive in.
First up, let's look at a super common problem. You give it a vague prompt, like, write a marketing email, and what you get back is, well, it's generic, it's boring. But look what happens when you get specific. When you tell it the role, the audience, what you want to achieve, the format, and the tone. The difference is just night and day. We're going to close that gap for you right now.
So, how do we get there? It all starts with command number 1, crafting the perfect prompt. I kind of think of this as the secret formula. If you get this right, I promise you will immediately see like 10 times better results. So, what's in this secret formula? Well, it breaks down into 6 key parts. Every single great prompt needs a crystal clear task, right? It needs the right context, the background info, and it needs a clear intent. What's the goal? Then, you give it a persona to act as. You define the format you want, and you set the tone. This is your go-to checklist for pretty much any request you make. All right, let's move on to command number 2, and you'll see how these build on each other. This is all about mastering the conversation. A huge mistake I see people make is they ask one question and then they just stop. The real, and I mean real, power of ChatGPT is unlocked when you treat it like a conversation, a real back and forth. The secret here is using follow-up questions to dig deeper. Think of these phrases as magic wands, asking things like, hey, can you explain that in simpler terms? Or can you give me 3 specific examples of that? Turns a really generic answer into something that's super useful and personalized just for you. And for sure, don't ever be afraid to ask, how would this apply to my specific situation? That one is an absolute game changer. Okay, command number 3 is one of my absolute favorites, commanding the role. Instead of just talking to some generic AI, you can actually tell it who to be. You can literally ask it to become an expert in any field you can imagine. And the power of this is, it's just transformative. Asking the AI to act as a senior marketing manager is going to give you a completely different response than if you ask it to be a patient teacher explaining this to a 10-year-old. It's incredible. With just one simple command, you get to control the depth, the tone, and the level of expertise in the answer. And the takeaway here is so simple, but it's really profound. When you master this, it's like having an entire team of experts on call. A marketing manager, a career coach, a business analyst, whatever you need, available 24/7, instantly. All right, let's move on to our 4th command, controlling your output. I mean, why would you ever settle for just a giant wall of text when that's not what you actually need? You should never have to reformat the AI's response yourself. You can command the exact format you need right from the get-go. So instead of doing all that tedious work yourself, just tell it the structure you need up front. Ask for a bullet point list or a step-by-step checklist. Tell it to create a comparison table or even an email template. This saves so much time and it makes the information you get back useful right away. Always specify the format. And that brings us to our 5th and final command, and this is a truly pro-level move, playing the iteration game. The biggest secret of the most advanced users is that they almost never accept the first answer they get. This is probably the biggest mindset shift of them all. The AI's first draft is never the final product. It's just the starting point. Your job is to guide it, to refine it, and to collaborate with it to make that output truly great. And how do you do that? Well, with really simple improvement commands. You can just say, make this more concise, or add more specific details about this part, or even rewrite this for my target audience. Every single time you do this, the output gets better and better and closer to perfect. This changes everything, right? You're not just asking a question anymore. You are actually engaging in collaborative editing with an AI expert. You're in a partnership, working together to create the best possible final product. So let's put it all together now. Mastering these commands really is the foundation for becoming a true ChatGPT Pro. This is how you get professional-level results every single time. Everything we've talked about, it all boils down to these 5 techniques. Each one is actually pretty simple on its own, but when you start combining them, that's when the results become really, really powerful. Okay, one last time, let's drill them in. 1, use the perfect prompt formula. 2, ask powerful follow-up questions. 3, Use role assignment to talk to an expert. 4. Take format control to get exactly what you need. And 5. Use iterative improvement to refine your results to perfection.
Look, these aren't just tips, these are the keys to unlocking the full potential of this amazing technology. So, the only question left is, now that you have the tools, what problem are you going to solve first?